because it's not on popcorn, sadly. Today we are talking about our wins, counting our wins, and writing down our positives every day. Now, you might say, okay, yeah, write a positives list, whatever, like, what the heck am I grateful for today? But actually, a positives list is way more than that. Way more. Because somebody in a very bad position can still write a positives list. Yeah, it sounds kind of crazy, but I've been there. And it's super helpful. Super helpful. So, today, I brought my Kindle Scribe. I just wrote this down. Daily positives list. Let's kind of unwrap this. So, a positives list, according to the Thrive program, which, by the way, let me insert this here because I forgot to do it at the beginning. amount of effort that you put in it, and now you're patting yourself on the back, and you're increasing your self-esteem. So when the next gig or thing comes along, you know that you did a great job because of the effort that you put. And that kind of allows like this kind of circle, this cycle of you wanting to do better and better because you know the effort that you put in it, even if the outcome might not be what you want it to be. So wait, let me stuff my face for a minute. Can you tell I'm happy? Okay, that's enough. I'm going to write. I'm going to write something. Actually, I'm going to put my mic down for a minute. Okay. My mic could be a little far away. In terms of people that have emetophobia, this is something really key and important. Something like I went to a new restaurant. That could be one positive. And here's how it goes. You write whatever happened. And then what would you say to yourself if you were somebody else? I'm so proud of you. And the reason why that second step